Hey, hello everybody, welcome. My name is Rubydung. Welcome to today's episode. As you can see, I'm over here at the main base. I'm just doing a little bit of chores between working on things. I'm wanting to do a little bit more continuation of work that I was doing on the last episode. They're just out of range. Going up and getting them. There we go. But, anyways, guys, I am planning on actually being able to continue some work on the Nether water base today, because if you remember correctly, last time I left off working there, I was getting done putting in all the iron bars, I got done putting in all the actual cornering, tunneling, I was doing all of that. However, I'm still wanting to get done with some of the other bits and bobs that need to get done around the actual base. In particular, all the way up from the mob farm. Hey, the sugar and pumpkins actually worked out perfectly. Boom. Alright, but what I want to begin doing, if I want to go all the way out there, there's two aspects that still need to get done over at that base if I decide to run all the way over there. In which case, I'm hoping to get them both done today, because that will mark the completion of the main tower. I would just need to get some of the branches done and some of the other things done. But when I get over there, I need to test out something as well. There's a couple of things I want to show off when I get over there that I want to begin working on today's episode. So I'm just right down here, and then I can get into the water stream and drop down. Whoop, and like this. Living dangerously. Whee! So, the first thing that I want to get done, I don't want to float all the way down here, is this section here. I need to put in the actual crossroads here. I was waiting to get more cobble before I did that, but now I have enough cobble so I can actually build that part of the base, flowing all the way down here. I want to build the actual tunnel for the sand generator, in which case I need to test to see if it still works, because I have yet to test that yet. No it doesn't, so I need to go fix that again at some point. I want to build up the actual tunnel here. Then I want to get these chests out of the way. And I want to build an actual tunnel system that will both go all the way up here to the tree farm. And will go all the way over there to the actual sign area. So like the memorial. Not the memorial. Memorial's for something dead. There's a term I used and I forgot what I called it. I called it a tunnel, I think I think I was just brain farting over a word that isn't even the best word to be describing it. But I want to begin setting up and designing a tunnel for this so that way I can properly access everything. So, first things first, I'm going to go all the way to the main base, get rid of both of these chests here. So, I'm going to get rid of both of these. Then come up here and fix up that floor issue to start with on today's episode. So, I'm going to begin going all the way back to the main base, because that's kind of an important step here. But actually, I want to empty out the chest before I do that even. Like, if I open this, it's just a bunch of netherrack, so I'm probably just going to wind up throwing all of this away. Actually, yeah, let me just do that right now. I'm never going to use all this. My chests are overflowing with netherrack already, so let me just grab all this, grab all the stuff I'll actually use, like that, and all of this, ba-do, and hopefully I'm not going to have enough. Ugh. Let me actually just grab one more thing. Alright, and I'm going to try to sort all this through the system, come back and put in that floor, and I'll be right back with you guys with that nice and finished up. Okay, I've done some work here on the center tower. There's a ghast directly outside. Can you get a view of him? Hi there. Oh boy, he's being menacing. But I have finished up this portion of the base for the most part. So, I have gone through and I have, if I go all the way up here, I've put in each of the individual floors. Also, you get to see all the gates I put in last episode, but also I can now step onto each of these platforms and walk around and kind of look around the whole base. I can even jump into these windows in certain parts, get a more angular view. Probably should bar that area up there, but that's a problem for future me, I'm sure. There's no way I'm actually doing that right now. But that's probably a thing I'm going to be doing some soon, relatively. But I also decided to go through here, put in the iron bars for the... Oh, wow! That guy could shoot me from there. That scared me. He didn't do any damage, right? Let me make sure of that. Just going to peek up here. Yeah, it's fine. But I also lit up here, and there's iron bars in between the center water thing. So it's now a display and not just an open thing of water I can walk into. So that's a nice little thing there. I can go all the way down here to the bottom floor, and I got rid of all the chests here. Now I have no clue which way is to go where. I can't go out that area now to focus on building that thing. I now have to leave the area so that gas out there won't blow anything up. That's kind of the problem with this base on why I'm wanting to build all these tunnel systems, because I'll just randomly get blown up by a ghast every once in a while, so kind of need to be focusing on that kind of stuff. But now what I want to do is I want to build a tunnel thing here, in which case this is going to have to be a bit interesting on design. So what I'm hoping to do is have it extend to about the actual, what is supposed to be like the chains down. Have that extend to about there, then it goes off from there, and then I'll have to do one split section that goes up, and then it will split the other way and go into that tunnel there. It's going to be an interesting build, because I'm basically going to be doing a split staircase, and one would go up and one would go down. But the one that would go down like 2 steps, because I didn't build that tunnel with this base in mind of actually connecting up for some reason. I just kind of built it because I wanted to build it that day, so that's fun. I now have to jigsaw together old pieces of the base together, because planning be darn. So now what I'm going to do is I need to go all the way back to the main base. I want to grab some resources, and I want to come up with a draft of what I'm thinking. Oh, he's firing. Did he actually fire? No, apparently he didn't. Cool. I need to come up with a draft of how I think I'm going to be doing the tunnels for that base. So I'm going to grab some quick resources, come all the way back down there, and build up what I'm hoping to be a good-looking tunnel. So I'm going to grab those resources over at the main base, and I should be back with you guys here in just a second. So I'll be right back with you guys as I slowly climb up here and over to the thing. Whee! Alright, so I've been doing some mining and some building here. So I mined out this little cavern here. So previously there was just some iron bars here where there was going to be a window. I am now going through and putting in a door, so that way I can actually walk into this place proper. But what I have actually done is, if you go over here, there is now a staircase. This is going to be widened out significantly, because this is not the final product remotely. But if I go down here, you can see what I have been working on. In which case, you can see how I'm planning on doing the interior for this building. So obviously, they have the whole interior here, but when I walk out here, this is how I'm planning for this little tunnel way to work. So it pushes up against the chains here a little bit, but if I were to go down here and on the opposite side of down though, you can get an idea of what the tunnel should be looking like on the outside. This is approximately what it would be looking like, except it would extend that way, and then when it would hit there, it would turn and go upwards. In which case it will go at basically like about this, because I'm using half slabs to go up opposed to stairs. So it's not that steep of a climb, but still a relatively notable climb. Well, this one has to decrease by 1 block, because for some reason when I built this tunnel, I built it 1 block down, which I thought it was at least 2, maybe 3 blocks. Nope, just a single block. So it's just enough to be annoying. So that's fun. Fun for me. So I have to completely change this design up just for this one little section here. But I already had to do that for this whole staircase going up all the way around here. So I now need to begin getting some cobblestone, like all of the resources, so that way I can properly build this bridge. I have been working in this area for so long that any slight movement makes me so paranoid that a ghast has spawned. You have no idea. Just the slightest thing, I'm immediately ghast. Ah, I gotta run. So, yeah, this is so far what I've been doing. I plan on basically copying this little circular pattern, just going all the way out until it hits this corner here, in which case I would need to open it up a little bit so that way it can actually turn, but that shouldn't be too hard of a problem based off the design I've already gone. The bigger one, I think, is going to be here, in which case it's 2 blocks out from here, and then 2 blocks out from here, and then a block here, and a block would be here, meaning that there is a 1 block separation from the window here and the window here. So you can look into the other tunnel for a little bit as you're walking by it. So I think that will be a bit odd, but I think honestly that's perfectly fine because the look-through isn't going to last too long because that's going functionally straightforward. It's technically going down. It's only by a block, but this one's going straight up basically. So not going to be too much of a design problem, so don't need to worry about that too much. What I'm mainly going to be worried about is actually going to be able to get this tunnel done. So I'm going to grab some more resources here, hopefully extend out some more of this tunnel, and when I get back with you guys, hopefully I actually have a bit more built on with this tunnel, so that way I can give you a little bit more of a tour of it. So I'll be right back with you guys, hopefully with the tunnel nice and complete. Alright, I've gone through and have done some more work here on the tunnel, and I finally think after quite some time I was actually able to come up with a little bit of a design I think I like. So, I got this little grate up there looking into mostly nothing, but as I come into this actual tunnel here, we get a very familiar kind of design. I do plan on removing this netherrack behind the bars. Just kind of want to get the bars up for now. Then as I come down here, we get an actual view. The corner here is a bit odd, but I think I did fine with it considering how the path was laid out. But starting from this area, so this was the actual original thing, I think this works perfectly fine. And looking down this, it's supposed to go 2 ways. You're supposed to go up or to the side. Going this way, I had to merge this tunnel in here. I think I did a mostly fine job, in which case, boom, down the actual tunnel. Then we go this way, split off this direction, or we can go all the way up here and walk into the tree farm. Still want to do something with these chests here because they're just kind of in the way, but that's not too much of an issue. But either way, I think this is a good tunnel design. So just walk through here, can go path 1 or path 2, walk all the way up here, and if I decide to go this direction and look out this way, we can get a look at how this looks on the outside, in which case it's not the most pretty on the outside, but you're not really viewing the space from the outside too often. Like, I think a better view would be jump down here and then look across from here, in which case, as you can see, it's a lot of cobblestone on the outside, just because of how naturally I designed the tunnel initially. It would probably look better if I were to replace the bottom stripes with stone brick. Because right now it just kind of looks like a massive thing of cobble on the outside, but you're not looking from the outside too often. And when you are, I don't want you to be looking from this angle of it. I want you to be looking at it from more like a side angle like this, I guess, in which case you're still able to see that. So I probably should replace that stone brick there. Well, this cobblestone there with stone brick. I think that would look a lot better. See, this is the kind of angle I'm wanting to get from the base, where you can like stand here and you look out over it, and you're going to be seeing like other sections branching off from it. But these would be the two main doors of the base, I feel. All the other ones would be going to branch off. So probably would need to consider that. Also need to consider an actual docking system still, so that way I can like pilot boats around, because I still have a boat just kind of randomly out there. Oh yeah, it's over there. I don't know how well you can see that on the video, but this is a boat randomly out there because I wanted to sail a boat around in the Nether. But either way, I think that this tunnel is nice and done. But either way, with this tunnel nice and finished for today's episode, I think that's going to be finishing it for the episode as a whole. So, probably just going to be copying this design over to the actual sand farm, in which case next episode I'd probably need to figure out what's happening with that, because it's broken again, in which case it's probably been broken for a while, because I haven't been needing to farm sand from it for like quite some time, and there hasn't been an update in a little while, so I haven't been needing to use that, and I'm guessing it broke during the last update, so need to take a look at that, figure out how to fix it again, because this is now the second time it's broken, so hopefully it's not broken forever. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it might be. But either way, guys, that's probably going to be doing it for today's episode. If you have any ideas of things you want to see me work on here in the base or here in the future, I always love to hear you guys' suggestions. I always have billions of projects happening here in my world, so obviously I can't keep track of all of them. So if you guys have any particular ones you see me work on that are in your interest, I feel like this is always a fun base to work on, because this is such a unique base. Not a lot of people have this type of base, because it is a nether base featuring water. That guy just fired at me, and no ball got fired out. So this is always a very interesting thing. By the way, I was also debating on whether I want to tap into the water system up there and have water flowing down in between this gap here, because I think that would make a good, like, kind of break thing for this section. I was kind of debating that. Like, it would be relatively, not easy, but, like, achievable to have the water streams flowing down in between these break areas, but I don't know if I want to actually tap into the upper water section just for a little bit of a display. Technically, all I have to do is one, and then I can cascade a waterfall down. I'm not sure. But either way, guys, that's more technical stuff that I will not be doing in today's episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, see ya. Bye.